can I ask you about one of them, which I suspect may be a factor, and that is the fact that there are 13 Tory MPs that are currently waiting to hear if they face charges for alleged expenses fraud.
Yeah.
Now, if they were, and they were forced to resign, or even end up in prison, it strikes me that Theresa May would have no majority. And what I don't understand is why Jeremy Corbyn, who was aware that these MPs face potential charges, why he's given Theresa May the backing to overturn the Fixed-Term Parliament Act when in 8 weeks' time he could potentially become Prime Minister.
Yeah, so so you're absolutely right, and I love the fact that finally you've got somebody on TV that's talking about this is another reason why she's called an election because of the outstanding.
But he didn't have to agree to it, Jeremy Corbyn.
No, but the thing is this: if an opposition party does not agree to call a general election, all the headlines will be is you're scared, you agree with the government. So, as an opposition, we always want to give it to the... We always want to take it...
But the headlines were, you're going to be obliterated, goodbye, Labour Party. That's the headlines you got by agreeing. You haven't seen anything from that.
Yeah, but that's just assuming... I mean, that's the thing. They're making an assumption that they can call a general election and that everyone's going to vote Tory. Well, that's a really big assumption to make. And that's taking the electorate for granted.
If you hadn't agreed to call an election, you could have been in government.
Well, no, because ultimately she needed 2/3 majority in Parliament to call an election. She was going to get the 2/3, but, as an opposition, we're saying, all right, then bring it on. We are going to tell the country all of your broken promises that you have made and broken over 7 years. We're going to talk to the country. You don't think it's a mistake
to agree to an election when she could lose a majority in actually a shorter time? I think it's by June the 6th the CPS has to come back by.
Well, ultimately, if it hadn't have passed, she would have then come back and we would have had a vote of no confidence in the government. And all of us, or every single one of us, was really keen to have a vote of no confidence in the government because we would have voted for a vote of no confidence in the government. So either way, we will be having a general election because Theresa May has decided that she's going to dictate to people what's going to happen. But I think don't take the electorate for granted because the electorate will come out and say, well, actually, we've got your cards marked, Theresa May. We don't like what you've been doing whilst your whole government, because she's been a part of the government for 7 years, but also since she's been the Prime Minister.
OK.